All right, everyone, here is the beginning of part 2 of the build, the giant steel mill build. These are all the parts that I've got ready to go for the open framework for the tracks that will have the 2 overhead cranes that will be for carrying the buckets out from the blast furnace area out over the cars for loading. I've got my big I-beams here, and then I've got my post I-beams combinations here. So I will be doing a wall section at a time. There'll be 10 posts that go up per section, and then we'll do the cross beams. So next part of this video, I will show you one of the walls that will be finished. So I will see you in a little while. So the first wall is finished. Right here, as you can see, I've had this stuff just sitting on here to help with weighting areas down while it was setting, but it came out really good. I'm really happy with it, so I just have 2 more of these to go, and then stand them upright and start putting them together. So anyway, here it is. I'll probably the next time I check in will be when I've got all of them done and I've started to, as they say, raise the barn. So yep, so here we are at this point. Here's the 2 wall sections. All that's left is to create the 3rd support system that goes down the middle, but I won't do that until I get these upright and connected with these I-beams that I've got over here. So that's the next part. I've got to clear this whole space so I've got a good level area, and then I'll start gluing the cross beams across. And then that way later today I can cut the middle group and to size and get them fit into place, and then put the footings on right here, the black plastic footings on right here, and then this will be ready to go for paint. All right, so everything is now propped up and set up. You can see how much longer this is than what the original part I made. This is going to sit right next to this, so this will be sitting right here next to this. And then it'll come out. It'll be even back here. It'll be brought up to being even with the back, and be brought out further. And then the 2 bases for the actual furnaces themselves will be there and there. This will be slightly offset to the back, and I'll make one a little taller than the other. But I'm going to put both of them on the same foundation that I can paint the concrete gray. That way that it all stays together and stays even, and everything will line up well. And this will have 2 tracks here, and we'll have 2 tracks over here. So that's how that's looking so far. So the next update on this update will be when I have this painted the same color as this, and I have the footings on down here, and probably have well, I'll be starting on finishing up the container rails that go, or not container rails, but the crane rails that go here, and there'll be a set that comes down both sides here and both on the side here, and be painted the yellow for the 2 overhead traveling cranes that'll be over here, that'll come back to the platform where they'll be filled right here off the furnace. So but anyway, this is where we are now at this point. So the next step will be waiting for this to really set up. It's propped up with and held in place by various things just to make sure everything stays nice and plumb. So then the next thing will be probably to paint it probably tomorrow morning.